Right, how's the audio sounding? Oh, that's much better. Alright, here we go. I tested the audio, I don't usually even test it. Frag another stream. Yep, this is the stream that I'm going to do. This is my combat stream. This is probably not going to be a mammoth session, maybe an hour at the most. The map I think lasts for up to 3 hours, but I'll probably be going for 1 hour on this, or less, 1 hour or less on this stream. You're home now? Okay, cool. Welcome to the combat stream. This will probably, I've been flying the Mustang a lot, obviously there's a bunch of other hot rods. So this will probably be the last flight in the Mustang. And then I'll jump on the Tempest, and I'll fly the Tempest for a bit. And I'm also going to fly the BF-109K4 and the FW-190D9 and probably some of the other Bowden Platt planes as well from the Axis, if there are any others. Like maybe the A5 and the A8. And maybe the other one is the G14, BF-109 G14, which I hear is a standardized version of the G6. In short, I'm going to fly everything. But coming up next, mostly the Tempest. So I've been flying the Mustang, it's been a blast. I feel that I've got the hang of it. It's a very capable plane. It's kind of an ace maker. The map, I'm right here and I'm heading out to this area here and maybe up here. Just basically going to head east. And yeah, for sure, I'll be flying the P38 as well. I think the P38, from what I've seen, and I've only flown it a couple of times, it seems to be extremely awesome, like really good at everything. My impression of it was that it's got some awesome armament and it carries plenty of ammo. Like if you're gonna try and do an ace in a flight, and you're like me and you often spray a lot of ammo, although I'm getting better at that now, but the more ammo you can carry, the more chance there is that you'll make ace in a flight, purely from that point of view that you won't run out of ammo. I think it has the P38 has a bunch of 50 cals in it and a single 20 millimeter. Just a beam gills right here, about to cross the front line. Heading mostly, I haven't got any bombs on me, so I'm no good at attacking the jet fuel, except the AAA. I pretty much just head out here and look for trouble. When I checked in, there were 13 Axis and I think it was 6 or 7 Allied on the map. That doesn't tell us much though, because it's the very beginning of the map, so there could well be 60 people on here now. Reading about how much the G suit helps. Apparently you can tolerate 2 Gs more than the Germans. Okay, so takeaway point from that, 2 Gs more than without a G suit, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's definitely an edge, like definitely a performance edge. Pretty cool that in 1945 they're starting to get a lot of high technology in aircraft, such as the G suit. The G suit is not a simple undertaking, and even the concept is pretty highfalutin, and that they could come up with a G suit at all back in 45 is pretty amazing. So it sounds like we've got more Axis than Allied at this time. I think at a glance I'm probably about here. Should have a big city on the nose. There's one there. No runway. Yes, there's the runway. I think that's Eindhoven just here, so I must be down here. It has a A shape. Yeah, that looks like Eindhoven. So I'm thinking to myself, now I know where I am, I'm about here, where do I want to go from here? And I think I want to head out north. I'll keep going east for a bit and then I'll head north and I'll attack their airfields and get into some huge fights. That is if I don't get jumped on the way there. Distinct possibility. Flak. There's flak behind me. Didn't even realise until I started manoeuvring that I was under attack from the flak. Just going to roughly keep heading east, and then I'll turn left and I'll head north, and I'll go up towards the enemy airfield. What was that? What was that? Ain't nothing. Practice my high G turns. What? That's north, that's too far. So I got Eindhoven on my nose, and then off to the right I got like a small lake, and then beyond the small lake there's a town with a jet fuel storage. I know that because I was there yesterday, and I'm quite reasonably familiar now with this area. We're a lot closer now to this town, Eindhoven. There's the lake there, and then there's another town there. And then beyond the lake and the other town you can't see it because there's a cloud in the way. There's the jet fuel town that I'm kind of heading to now. I'll go just behind the jet fuel town and then I'll turn north and go up to the Axis airfields. Kind of flank them a bit. It's a big difference when you know the map. Helps with so many things, a lot of intangible things, like the decision when you're going to engage and when you're going to disengage, which direction you're going to go when you disengage, all those kinds of things. So there's that lake I was talking about. And just over here, again behind the cloud, there should be a town. I can see it. I can see it there. That's the jet fuel town. There's no point in me really going there because it's full of AAA and I haven't got any bombs. I was very effective using the bombs. I carried 2 500-pounders and that seemed to do the business on the jet fuel tanks. Not all of them, but some of them certainly. Flying straight into the sun. Can't see anything. Still going roughly east, and there's that town there. And on the eastern side you can see some tanks. That's the jet fuel areas there. There's 2 sets of tanks. I think it's the inner tanks, not the ones on the outskirts of town. And in that area there's a whole bunch of AAA, deadly to a P51 as you might expect. So I'm pretty much past the town. There's going to be, if they're smart, the Axis are going to be loitering above the town looking for targets. I didn't see a train in the distance there, I think. Is that a train? I want to steer clear of that as well. There are some Axis airfields to my right, but I don't know what they are. Don't know if they're in use or not. Right, I've finished my cup of tea. I'm now officially ready to combat. I see a train. I see the jet fuel town. Don't see any aircraft. And there's another town up here. There's the river that I'm sort of familiar with. There's some flak. Didn't even know it was there. Flak. Where's it coming from? I'm getting really shot at here. Is it the train? Is the train shooting at me? I don't think so. I don't think the train would have that kind of weaponry. Unless it's the airfield that's miles away over there. Yeah, I can see. Must be an airfield. I can see it shooting at me. No damage yet. That's good. Time to get away from it though. That's for sure. It's making me a visible target. And what's that town there? Venray. At that town's Venray, and I'm going to head up to here via the river. I sort of drifted a little bit lower. Not necessarily a bad thing for spotting. I want to go a little bit higher. more people in the chat. Right, let's see if we can get some action. I'm going to be focusing 100% on flying now. There's someone on my tail, I think.